want to talk about punching. Wrong video. No, yeah, no. Okay, they switched. It's bizarre. Alright. So, in 20 years of punching things, desiring to punch things as hard as I possibly can, doing Gong-Fu for 10 years and brawling for 10 years before that, I've come to this conclusion that the best punch, in my opinion, is the combination of soft and hard. And before I show you that video, let me just get the... So this is a perfect example of a combination of soft and hard. Alright, hard punch through the board from 6 inches away while keeping that egg safe. That's the soft aspect of it. Alright, so here it is again. I'm practicing a whip. It's a whip to the place I want to hit. So I'm whip as fast as I can, as soft as I can. Just get there. Just getting there. Alright, whip it. See that? See the hips? The hips control everything. Hips are the most important thing. And no telegraph in the shoulders. It's all hips. And then there at the end, what you saw is just right after the reach, I put the power into it. Because I reach for it soft, then you put the power into it. You won't hurt yourself. See that? Alright. And we go to the bag. Here's some more different kind of training you can do. This is a, you know, don't do this in a fight, but basically just giving everything I can to the push part. This is less about the reach now. This is that before I was training the reach, now I'm training the push. Alright, this is just push specific. Now I'll combine it all to get the maximum power and speed that you can effectively, efficiently get. Look like that. Alright, that's not bad. I wouldn't want to get hit with that shit, I tell you. Alright, let's look at another video. This training, right here, standing on the bricks, but that doesn't matter. This is a speed training. This is speed and a little bit of power. Not like with the brick, there's just all speed and no power until the end. There's a little bit of power, practicing speed, practicing not throwing my momentum away. So my momentum isn't coming up here from the shoulder. It's coming from the hips. That's why you don't see any shoulder telegraph. Arms are hinges. Anything connected to the ground is pulling power. Your hips are your controller. Anything that's not connected to the ground is a hinge. And once you whip that hinge into place, then you create a solid structure, and you push everything through as quick as you can. All right. Here's a really cool video. I can't full screen this, unfortunately. But man, you kick that 100-pound bag into the ceiling, no problem. Look at that. Look at that. Now I'm just kicking it. Gave it a little kick at the tail end to keep that momentum up, see? Because now I'm going to go back and give it one more hard kick while it's swinging. This is really cool. Right when it's coming back at me. Broke all the straps on that thing. That 100-pound bag. Alright. Just got to practice. You whip. Power. Structure. Let's see if I can... See that? That's probably as fully extended as my arm is ever going to be. It's in a bow shape. That's your strongest structure. That's a bow. This other arm can be a bow. This back is a bow. These legs are bows. Shoulder to shoulder is a bow. So structure all the way down to the feet. Hips control everything. You whip to the point you want to get to. And then you structure up for a split second. You push everything through it. Alright? Look at this one more time. So just reaching it. Just want to touch it. Just touching it. Alright? And then out of nowhere, just like, looks almost exactly the same. There's a little more force there at the end, but it's so combined into one movement, you can't even tell. That's a solid cinder block right there. Alright. back to the... See how those hips are pumping? There's not a punch that doesn't have the hip behind it, all right? It doesn't have my grounding behind it, all right? No momentum is coming from here to here. All from the hips. All right, that's how you keep control of your momentum. And there's the reach. Oh yeah, the reach is non-telegraphic for many reasons, but the best reason is we'll go to the Bagua stuff on another video, the Bagua walk, but I essentially implemented Bagua into my reach part of my punch. There's no anticipation of when I'm going to find the brick. There's no commitment to putting power behind anything until I find the brick. That way, if I get from here to there, you know, if I... hard to pause it where I want it. Oh my goodness, maybe I can. Basically, yeah. So if I get to here, I have no commitment to punching this brick. No anticipation that I'm even going to reach this brick. This can turn into anything it needs to be. If something happens and someone is faster than me and somehow they manage to anticipate me, well, then I could change this because I'm not committed to punching. I could turn this into a counter, a block, a parry, whatever it needs to be. I could just fucking pull out. Doesn't matter. All right? So it's soft and hard. The combination of soft and hard is the key. See if I can make a better video one of these days, but for now, just getting this out there. It's a different way of punching. All right? I learned it from the 1-inch punch. It's what gave me this idea. Basically, with the 1-inch punch, I just started, go back to here. Here? No. This one. Yeah, so essentially instead of wherever my hands start here, it doesn't matter. It's pretty close, as you can see. You know, I mean, that's a foot, whatever. But it's the same thing. I could do this from right here. It doesn't matter because I'm softly getting to the target, and then I'll put the body through it. See that? See that? Look at that. Picking that, that's a 150-pound bag with water weight. So it probably weighs what I weigh, 175. But, for the sake of argument, it's a 150-pound bag. You got to change your mindset too. I started with a 60-pound bag, and then I got a 100-pound bag, and when I can move the 100-pound bag like a 60-pound bag, I start calling the 100-pound bag a light bag. Not a heavy bag to me anymore. I got this 150-pound bag I'm moving around like the 60-pound bag 20 years ago. Now I call this a light bag. I need to get a new bag now. I need a 200-pound bag. And I'll be able to one day work that 200-pound bag like I worked this 150. And then I'll call that 200-pound bag a light bag. You got to change your mindset. You know, Ronnie Coleman says lightweight. It's not a joke. It's about his mindset. Your mind is a lot to it. I'm going to work on a video of the 3 principles of Gong-Fu. I might make that 4 principles, or I don't know. But the first principle is your mind. See, a lot of people go to the gym to work out. They'll do 2 minutes of something, 10 minutes on the phone. See, they bring their bodies to the gym. They don't bring their minds to the gym. You don't need a lot of protein. You just need a couple more grams of protein than your maintenance. That protein shake isn't doing you anything. What you're really getting the benefit from is the placebo effect of the protein shake. So quit wasting your money on the protein shake and do something after your workout that puts your mind on your muscles for 30 minutes. I like to stretch. I like to stretch after and before a workout, and then I like to meditate on the results of my workout after all that. That's the protein shake you want. That's the steroid you want. You don't want to take this other stuff because it's not about what you're putting in your body. It's about where your mind is. All training is mental discipline and your ability to accumulate energy. And we'll talk more about all this later. Right now we're worried about punching. I think we covered it pretty good. I might tweak it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's good. So I hope y'all get something out of that. I know there's probably going to be a lot of people that disagree with the way I like to punch things, but I'm telling you, when you don't have that anticipation, when you're just reaching with no anticipation, it can be anything, and you can set yourself up for anything. You come at somebody with, you watch this. You see how when I get up on here, not everything's hitting. You know, when the bag's too far away, I'm just circling my arms because I didn't find the bag, so I didn't commit the power to punch. Only the ones that are landing appropriately, that can put power through appropriately, are going to put the power through. All those other things can do anything else by the time someone interacts with my arms or I with them. And it's a sensitivity. There's a sensitivity to it. In Tai Chi and Wing Chun, Bagua, they have this sensitivity. Once you touch, you connect a little bit with somebody. You can sense where they are, what they're going to do if you accumulate the power good enough. And, with that level of sensitivity, I can put my fist just as slowly as I want to on your chest and then push everything through it. Boom, blow the wind out of you, man, I'm telling you. All right, I think that's enough. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Remember to stay positive. That's the most important thing, no matter what you're doing, is to not get down on yourself. Tell yourself you can do great and be positive. That's probably the best message for this whole video. But, you know, I like punching things, so I talked about punching. Punch, 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 punch. I think I do some really quick ones when I fall off. Let me see. I fall off the bricks after the finger jabs. The finger jabbing, you gotta have strong fingers, you gotta have strong toes. If you can't stay on your toes like a ballerina and you go to grappling, they might break, I'm telling you. Yeah, so fast. It's crazy fast. I shouldn't probably be so impressed with myself, honestly. I know a lot of people probably go faster than that. It's wild. Are my hips pumping? They should be. I'm not doing it right if they're not. Let's watch. Look at that. They're pumping. Oh, yeah. Got to pump the hips. Hips, just like with working out and everything. Oh, skill saw. This work, your carp. Oh, my goodness. So watch. I'm tangenting like crazy. Here we go with this one again. So watch the hips. See when I'm reaching? See how the hips go? It's the same with your skill saw when you're cutting through some wood. If you're using your arms to make the movement, you are getting in your own way. You're going to cut crooked. You push with your hips, your arm is a hinge, and when it comes to cutting wood, the woods guide you a little bit. You just want to subtly give it those touches that you need to keep it perfectly straight so you can cut your 32nd if you're that good. Which you should be if you're a martial artist and a carpenter like I am. You should be able to cut a 32nd line, no problem. But even a beginner, they do this and they learn how to use their hips and their body appropriately. Everything is about structure and pushing through and not letting things like your arms, which people want to overuse for some reason, get in your way and hinder you. And we'll get more on all of this when we get to the Bagua walk. That'll probably be the next video. And then the Bagua arm change, and then the Tai Chi spiraling arm, and then we'll do probably a video on interception, and at that point I'll probably do the long video on the principles of Gong-Fu, which I got into a little bit. The first one was mind, then you got breath, which could also be, I might either tie this in with spirit, or I might make spirit the third one and the fourth one body. But the third one would be body if spirit's tied in with breath. I have to think about it a little bit more before I decide it. And everything should be adaptable. You should be doing stuff that's easy to do, has very few telegraphs, and you can practice it thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of times and make it just extremely adaptable. If it's not an adaptable movement, man, I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want anything to do with complicated movements that are more than 3-4 steps. I want to take, that's 2-step, that punch is 2, kicks are 2, some things I do are 3. I don't really have anything that's more than that. I don't like memorizing combos. I'll do combos, but I'll make sure to forget them. You don't want to accidentally go into a combo unnecessarily when it's not the right thing to do. You need to let the situation, the momentum, and size of everybody and position of everybody dictate what you're going to do. And you don't want to think about it. You want to train yourself to where you just do what you need to do when you're in whatever position, because your thoughts are going to get in your way. Too many techniques are going to get in your way. They're going to slow you down and stop you up. That's why my focus is on hitting so hard, but so effectively and efficiently, and being just as much energy as I can have, as much speed as I can have, as much power as I can have, and master 6 to 10 just beautifully adaptable all-purpose techniques. That's where my mind is. Love to hear polite opinions of anyone else. Anyone just bashing that I like to hit so hard, and they're going to come at me with, oh, you need more technique. It's not all about power. I mean, it's about whatever you want it to be about. I'm telling you. But I hope y'all have a great day. Y'all stay positive. Be good. Thank you.